Hey everybody, welcome to Legacy's Grasp, our new 5th edition campaign. This is the first week, first hour, first everything. First.
Lots of firsts.
Yeah, including, do we actually know how to play? Raise your hand if you do not. There's like disconnected arms from Zojak there.
This will be my first experience.
He's doing his
D&D.
YMCA impression.
Please be gentle.
Okay. So rules. Does everybody know what they're doing for rules? No? What do you not know about? What do you want to know about?
What don't I not? Wait, what do I not?
Yes, answer the question immediately.
Might I remind you, you're under oath.
Is it against the rule to make them up as we go
At
along?
least I'm not under the desk.
Only
It is for
the-
you, it's not for me.
Yeah, only the GM
Okay.
gets to make it up as he goes. No? Okay, so I don't hear any questions coming, so... I think
Combat rules, you guys clear? Clear as mud?
I swing the sword, things die.
Right.
If it comes up. I think I've got it for now.
You still gonna let us know and like to roll initiative and all that sort of thing?
No, you're just gonna get a sword to the head.
You should have rolled your initiative.
Why did you roll
Sword to
initiative?
the head.
I'm just asking.
Why didn't you roll initiative? I just killed all of you guys.
I've
Why
been
didn't
shooting
you
arrows
roll
at you for
Why
10
didn't you guys
minutes.
attack?
I need a plane ticket.
Oh yeah, initiative. Oops. My bad.
Now that we're
questions
actually,
of me or questions of the game?
now that we're actually using the Roll20 like character sheets, when you want to actually roll initiative, you have to remember to click your token, and then hit the initiative button. I will be going first.
My token is broken. Are we doing it like one initiative roll for the game, or are we doing one per fight?
When you need to roll initiative, I will let you know.
Perfect.
It's individual initiative. Okay. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't doing it now because people were like, "Yeah, a button."
No, people can press the buttons now if they want.
You can figure it out.
Now's the time.
How did you do that with the token?
So click your token. Do you have your character sheet up?
Oh, there we
You
go.
can undock your character sheet in its own window to make life easy. So that you're not, if you have a multiple screen set up.
Unless you're one of those people that only has one screen. God.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm one of those people. Okay, so then I can just click this little thing here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come
my-
back. Where'd it go?
If you don't,
Interestingly enough, my initiative thing's not working.
did you click your
Initiative.
icon?
There we go.
I'm doing it from the sheet where it says
But you
initiative.
have to first click your icon on the map.
Icon on the map. Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, be more clear with your instructions.
Well, it gives you the error message saying click the icon on the map.
No, it did not say that. It said you attempted to use a roll command looking for the value of a selected token when no tokens are selected. It did not say click the icon on the map.
Select the
Okay.
token.
That,
I'm just saying.
just by the way, the icon on the map is called a token.
Yeah,
If you're gonna paraphrase, you got to be clear.
What is this?
very well.
Oh my god, what is all of this?
You broke her.
Mistake.
When you say my icon on the map,
Oh,
Why'd you just kill yourself?
well, Guy found the
We got
pointy
one
end.
down.
Guy found the pointy end of
Oh
the
my
sword.
god.
I don't see
Session
any
hasn't
icon.
even started and I've killed someone.
Whoops, we mute.
It's down in the south. Down here. Way down here.
Hang on, let me zoom out. There we go. I see him now.
Zoom in over here.
Yeah, thanks. It did help that I was so zoomed in I couldn't see where you were pinging.
Okay, so that's how we're doing it. There's a whole inventory and all that kind of stuff on here too.
I would just like to say that our pentagon icon frames don't line up with a hexagon grid.
It was intentionally designed that way to drive anybody with OCD over the wall.
Yes.
God, I don't have OCD.
There we go.
Also, your complaint has been filed with the complaint department. Please wait 6 to 8 months. You'll hear back from them.
Okay, I'd like
I'm
to.
the only one that still doesn't have this figured
I'm
out.
gonna cast Firebolt at Ryan.
You
All right,
fail.
guys.
1 damage. Yes.
So you see the up in the upper right hand corner? You see the speech
Oh, the
bubble?
top.
And then next to it you see the newspaper? Yeah, it looks like a newspaper to me. Click on the newspaper.
Okay, I'm clicking on it.
Okay, and you'll see everybody's character kind of pop
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Click on yours,
yeah. Okay.
and a little sheet will come up.
Yeah, got it.
Bam, there's your character sheet.
Yeah, okay. Well, now what do I click?
Okay, now you can click roll on anything. Like, say, for instance, you got to do an acrobatics check. You click that blue button, and then, bam, acrobatics check.
Except it's not auto on this one.
Yeah.
I can't change
Oh,
it.
hey. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you can change that.
How do I change it? I changed it in the deal, but it's not
Go to the gear icon.
updating.
You gotta also turn around and make sure you save the information when you update it.
Go to the
Oh.
gear icon and then set display name and then hit save name once you set it.
Oh, yes.
Just so you know, Ryan, since you were hit with the fireball, everything around you is on fire.
Okay.
Including our character sheets.
That DM is on fire.
That
Including the
explains the
campaign.
heat. Are there any other questions? Or are we still trying to figure out the sheet? You guys want to know about carry weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a good one to know, right?
Yeah.
I
What
can
about carry weight?
things.
Good question. I can't remember the exact formula. I'm pretty sure it's your strength times 2.
If you go to your inventory, it should be calculating it, provided you've updated your
Question that I
inventory.
asked you to have that. Epic.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's your strength times 2 as pounds. Or
It doesn't seem right.
no, because there's a variant rule to it.
Apparently, it's saying my carrying.
Instead of doing the actual like formula for carry weight, there's like a simplistic.
It shows it on the actual inventory tab.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's the right.
Initiative. Where's that at? There it is.
If you put your mouse over the thing, it says all weight in pounds. Encumbrance is a variant rule for weight carried. See PHB for details. Or
Yeah.
ignore if you don't use it.
So you're using the variant?
Yeah, it seemed easier. And actually more beneficial to you, the players.
Oh, okay. Cool. That works.
Carrying capacity.
5 times your strength.
What's that?
5 times
5
your
times?
strength.
Right. Is encumbrance, right?
Then you're encumbered and you lose 10 feet of
Right. Okay.
movement. If your carry weight is in excess of 10 times your strength, you're heavily encumbered, which means you drop by 20 feet. And you have disadvantage on ability checks, attacks, saving throws that use dex, strength, or con.
Yep.
We've got to fix Scott's map icon too at some point.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not the real one?
So carrying capacity, you guys know that. Combat actions. Do you know?
How many you get 2 per round, or
You get a move and an action, and you can split up your move. You can only take one action. One action is like reload a crossbow, attack, open a door, open a chest, interact with an object, kind of thing.
Some
You can only do one of
classes have a bonus action
I'll
also.
open a chest.
Yes, some have a bonus action.
yeah, I think at level 2 we get class points or something that we can spend to get extra actions. At least I do.
Yub yub.
Each class has specific things that they get. Some don't get extra bonus actions.
Right.
There's also reactions.
But you can only do one unless being influenced by a specific spell.
The reactions, yeah. And reactions are, yeah, in response to a specific set of conditions.
What's that? Oh, saving throws. That's what. Let's see. Nope, I lost.
Were you trying to charisma one against me?
Yeah, it worked out.
No, not quite.
So session's going to be slightly different. I mean, we're going to compare my mastery of the rule set for 5e to Sreg's 20 plus years of mastery of 3.5. So it's not really the same comparable. So bear with me.
Why are you comparing to me in the first place?
That's why we're all supposed to help.
Because you're the only denominator.
Don't worry about it, man. You'll do great.
Oh, I feel like you just
Did
patted
not-
him in
yeah.
there.
I finally get to play. I'll make you do great.
If you use a character, you'll be awesome.
Something tells me there's a reason he didn't get to play.
Well, and that was the end. Week 1, session 1. Nobody's alive except for Shreg. Tune in next week for when we reroll. Okay, so
As long as y'all figure out your fucking starting equipment, show up
I
on
already
time.
got it.
I got my shit figured out.
For the sling. It's on my sheet.
We've been ready for a while.
We already
So-
picked this shit up.
I think that we're probably good to, I mean, since we're good on that, do we want to talk about how, like, characters, like, backstory, how they know each other or anything? Or want to just dive right into it and hope that comes up?
I'm kind of curious of what your opening scene is going to be. Like, will we have an opportunity to do that, or should we do the introductions before that?
You might want to do introductions before that, because the opening scene is you're in it.
Okay.
That's probably good, then. So, who wants to get started on introductions?
Don't know volunteer.
I'll go first with Zeke, or Ezekiel Bennett. He is a fighter. He's been exiled from a town where he was the guard captain. Some bad crap happened, and he kind of lost his temper a bit and murdered the other guard who screwed up and caused his family to die. So he's got some issues. That's why he was exiled. This is the same city, I believe, Fia was from? Scott's character?
Not really living there, but was kind of, you know.
I was
orphan.
aware of her. Like, yeah, we had
Yeah.
interactions there. Did I have interactions with anybody else there?
In Westgate,
Yeah.
you had some brief interactions with Caleb on the day that the orcs raided the village.
Okay, so that was the event, like an orc raid happened, and the one guard was supposed to be watching the gate and didn't do his job. So I corrected that problem.
Right.
And some staffing issues.
Yeah, corrected the staffing issue. What was my? How did I know? I knew Fia because I watched her in the fighting pits.
Yeah, there was fighting pits in Westgate for a while.
Okay.
That's where Fia grew up for a good long time.
And then I knew Caleb. What was my interaction from Caleb? Or
You were patrolling the area as your lord instructed you.
Okay.
And while you were out, Caleb actually ran into you and told you guys that there was a large orc raiding army that went by not too long before, and then you would have turned around and saw that there was smoke coming from back where you were, and by the time you got back to the town, there was always a shit ton of damage done.
Okay.
And Caleb went with you.
Oh, okay. So did I get to see you fight there, Caleb? Did we fight? I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we did. Yeah.
You did fight, yes.
Okay.
But
So,
to what extent Caleb participated is up to Caleb.
what's your fighting style, Caleb?
Druidic.
He throws potted plants at people.
Okay. So did I think like you were this hippy dippy druid, or were you? I'm sitting like fending hordes of orcs off, and you're over there picking flowers. What was?
No.
Spells?
I don't know if I know that many
spells.
I don't know that many spells. Yeah, it was a few
Did you
spells.
do a spell?
Nothing huge, but
You
most
did a
of them
spell.
with the quarterstaff.
So you're okay. So you're fighting with side by side with a quarterstaff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm very attached, but I respect Caleb quite a bit for that.
Also, the inner courtyard of Westgate was being protected by Guy and a
Okay.
group of the Foehammers that were in there, but they were like just holding the tide because there was like a loads of orcs everywhere.
So you respect me a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Nice attempt.
Guy was holding his own, but he wasn't making any headway. So
It was a little orc.
But he was doing his job, so yeah, I have respect. Unlike that other guy who didn't do his job.
yes,
Poor bet.
Okay. And how do I know the sorcerer and the wizard?
I don't know if you really know them. They've just kind of been around every once in a while. You might have seen them getting into trouble every once in a while.
Okay. So,
Doing things they're not supposed to, like going into a shop because they were looking for something.
okay, so they're like the mischief of the town? Like, that's how I knew them?
Well, they're not from here. You might have just seen them around every once in a while.
Whenever they were here, trouble was following, or...
I'm assuming we probably would have been here during a certain season, such as summer break from Wizard College.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So you might recognize them, but you don't really know them.
So, I've given them warnings a couple times.
Right.
Right.
Because that was your job.
Yeah. Keep
If I have to see him around, I give him the wink and the gun, like.
Which way to the beach? Okay. So that's Ezekiel. He carries he wears chainmail and carries a large shield, which is usually covered with him at all times.
All right. So we went with Ezekiel.
Drag, you're
I
up.
suppose, yep, that's exactly what I was saying. I
Zeke
suppose
for
the
short, by
Elithores
the
could
way.
go next.
You can call him Zeke for short.
Well, my character is Elithores Drauthir'Oreb. You can call me Elithores for short.
Illiterate for
Unless you
short.
like fireballs. He's just, if I'm understanding the timeline correctly now, I would just recently have graduated from the Mages College. That was 10 years in the past, yes?
That was in the past.
Okay. Or maybe not even graduated, but I'm getting close.
You were you're post-secondary.
Okay. Bit of stays in the library. Would stay in the library completely if it wasn't for his friend for life, Zojak, the troublemaking sorcerer. Always seems to be able to drag him into whatever hijinks he's discovered at the time. Knows just what to say to get him going. Oh yeah, no, there's a book there. No one's read it in a long time. You know, there's something, but he'll tell me anything. And most often, I suspect it is false. But he's not always wrong. So I've gone along on all of his little adventures. Let's see. As far as knowing the rest of them, Zojak, obviously. The captain of the guard, Ezekiel. Rather intimidating. Usually was able to point out when I had been had. I'd be left holding something by Zojak or playing the lookout and not really realizing what I was doing at the time. He seemed fairly kind, at least.
So he alleged.
Yeah.
Every time it was just for a friend. He's got a lot of friends, apparently, that are up to no good.
It was rather embarrassing. I met the Druid on our path through the forest a couple of times. He was a friendly enough fellow. We compared magic, if I remember correctly.
Caleb?
Mm-hmm.
Magic,
No, he saved you.
quote unquote.
Was that what happened with that?
You guys were in the forest looking for
yeah.
an ancient artifact.
Yes, that's right.
And
We
the
started
ancient
some
artifact was clearly in a cave that Zojak tried to tell you to go into. The
Okay.
cave was a wolf's den.
Good old Zojak.
Was it a ring of
I'm
invisibility?
pretty sure it was in there.
So
Okay, I forgot.
you went in the wolf's den, and then you couldn't see much. So I don't know. You cast a few spells to see better.
It might have been the one next to it, but they look all the same. They're
So
caves, right?
I picture you're busy there trying to cast like light, and then as it finally goes off, there's just like this wolf's
A wolf face right in
face
front of
staring at you with fangs dripping with saliva, just
Put it out.
breathing on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Caleb helped you guys escape the wolves and managed to go back and calm the wolves down after, but you don't really know that.
Cut to the outside of the
Right.
cave with Elithores running out of it, screaming.
They should definitely label these caves better. I would have probably said. I don't remember. I think I've seen Fia in the fighting pits a couple of times, but don't know Fia very well.
Yeah, on summer break.
Yep.
Yeah. Same.
Because that was
Lots
the
to
favorite.
do in summer break.
Yeah. Favorite pastime of Zojak's, if I remember correctly, was to go to the fighting pits because there's always some trouble we had there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as interactions with Guy, I don't know that I've had any.
I don't know. I didn't really come up with anything myself, so this is all. I didn't really know what Guy was up until last week.
I didn't know what time it was.
Being Guy as a tiefling, I most likely would have
Can't
looked
forget
for
that.
people to judge the tiefling harshly. So if I had met Guy, I would be rather friendly towards Guy, but otherwise I wouldn't have gone out of my way. I think that's about it. I think that covers everybody. For anyone wondering if why this name matches the wizard from the previous campaign, it maybe all will be explained later. I don't know yet.
Strike, I got a question for our relationship. Would I know you by just your Eli name, or would
Do you like red or white
Yeah.
flowers?
I would have. You would have known me. You know the nickname too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would I probably have used? Do you think?
If you were going to call me by something short, you would have probably called me Moon.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, just wanted to make sure before I was like
And
using
why
that.
would he have called you Moon? How does that work?
Drauthir'Oreb in Drow means Moonraven.
Oh, okay.
And there was this time when he was caught with his pants down because of something I did. So call him Moon.
Well, that was when you added. That was when you added the full moon to the nickname.
Hey, full moon.
But no.
No, you definitely wouldn't win him as friends if that was happening.
That would be just because it's the surname.
Dre, you're next.
Yeah, so I covered most of our relationship. Not much else to say. I think it's been a while since we had discussed this. I think it was adopted, right? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
You, yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were adopted by the same people that adopted me, if I remember correctly, weren't you? Because I'm also not from.
I think so.
Is that what it was? You'll have to forgive me. I wiped my computer out since we sorted all that. I lost the. I typed out. But yeah, I've known Moon for a while. Kind of a wild child. I'm a Drow, so I was kind of little bit out of place for some of the people around, kind of like, you know, sneering at Drow or whatever. Sorcerer. So my magical abilities came to me a little more naturally, but they're a little more chaotic and unpredictable. So that's why things don't always work as intended. Yeah, I've been going to the school, kind of not really interested in it a whole lot, but I realize the importance of it to some extent. More about discovering stuff and exploring and having fun more than anything. Dragging Moon around because he's definitely got some skills that are handy to have around. In more than one way. The others the same sort of situation that Moon described. Couple passing interactions, but nothing.
Your parents, by the way, you're not adopted. Your parents adopted him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
Unless
figured.
you want to be adopted, in which case
Unless
you're
you
fucking
want
adopted.
Adopt me.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. So kind of stepbrothers then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I had to be.
Right. Yeah, and we come from the west, right? We were not from
Yes.
the general area that the rest of the parties.
Yeah.
Well, at least
As former students, you come from the West. I don't know where your home place would be.
Mm-hmm.
The deep south.
We haven't gone that far yet. So. All right, that's that. You done?
Yeah, that's about it for me.
You don't know Guy either.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, guy.
Hey, Guy. What's up, Guy?
What's up?
Let's go with Scott next because I actually know Scott stuff. All right, Scott, who are you?
Her name's Fia Black. She's a barbarian. She came to the city by her tribe that she had lived with before the city was raided and killed by a rival tribe. She came to town as an orphan at a very young age. Was raised by scoundrels and murderers. Made her way into the fighting pit, and never really looked back. Pretty much carving her own way through life with anger and hate in her heart of wanting revenge for her tribe.
There was just a point to add. The rival tribe had some orcs in it.
Okay. Did I take part in the defense of the town?
Half-orcs, rather.
By chance?
Did you? No, you were a kid. I thought.
No, and when for the events that brought us to where we're at now.
You were still a child, so I have no idea.
Okay, I didn't know if. Okay.
Unless your age changed.
I gotcha. And that's pretty much it. She knows Ezekiel through his son that had a favor in for her, so they were kind of on more friendlier terms. Fortunately, he was killed during the raid on the town. Met Eli and
I don't know if you know Elithores or Zojak.
or met him in passing, but that's about
Yeah.
it. I don't ever met Caleb.
You might have recognized them in passing. Caleb, you would have known, because Caleb actually traded goods with your tribe
Okay.
while you were a kid. And he was technically a kid. Technically.
Okay. I think that was everything on her.
All right, Chris, you're up.
Holy crap.
Good morning.
Well, I'm a druid, wood elf. From the forest redwood. Mostly, I'm a curious elf. unlike my elders, I like to venture out and discover the world of modern man, so to speak. I help where I can, and that's why I help all the other previous characters. And I've had dealings with as well as barbarian tribes. Unlike my elders who feel that man is a forsaken, lost cause, I believe there's hope in those races, other races, and
That's sweet.
as well as a curiosity, to see how the world of
Come here.
you know regular humans and barbarians and other races, see how they are and what their culture is.
So you're like a D&D version of like the Amish coming
Yeah.
of age story.
Yeah, sure, why not? But that's all I got.
You can also share anything you want from that other excerpt I gave you. I don't know if you want to share anything you
No.
got from that. Okay.
I'm good.
And last but not least, we have Guy.
Let me mute myself. Okay. Hi. I'm Guy. I'm Tiefling Cleric from Suzail. I'm saying that right? Hope so.
So I don't know. Suzail, I guess, sounds good to me.
Suzail. Okay. Sounds great. He is in, let's see, the Order of the Steel Fang, following Tempest. He's a cool guy. Everyone's already explained whether they know him or not, so I don't really need to get into that.
Yeah, most of you don't.
Yeah. Let's keep it that way.
Likes long walks on the beach.
Yeah.
It's a Scorpio.
I think that's good for starters, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to add any like backstory to Guy as far as knowing any of these guys.
He's a
Hi, guys.
mystery.
You like the mystery?
Yeah.
All right.
And not to be mysterious, he's just indifferent. He has to really know somebody before he shares stuff.
Suzail's the capital of Cormier. Just FYI for anyone who knows the region.
You gonna eat that pork chop?
Cormier is the home
To an odd
of
place.
the human. The humans in Faerun are mostly from Cormier.
Does your druid wear overalls? I just gotta know.
No. No, she said she gotta really know you before she shares. So, say it. Never mind.
Overalls and a jug carrying around.
Is
Straw
your
hat.
nickname Bubba?
Bubba.
Bubba the Druid.
All right, what's next? Would we like to go straight into it?
I believe so.
Let's do it.
Sounds good to me.
Let me just make this bigger for me to read. Okay, so I sent you guys all like backstories little as far as the last little while. So you all got to a specific place. It's in the city of Eversalt. And you've all been directed to meet a man under the employ of Lord Marcus Hawklight named Daelor. And there he explained the city of Westgate has fallen on some hard times, and his lord requests help in returning Westgate to its former glory. He explained that the city has not been able to recover from brutal raids of an unknown local orc tribe, and attempts to root them out have been unsuccessful. They have been relentless in the frequency of their attacks on the local populace, and with each successful attack, the morale of the city plummets. There's also trouble with a group of cultists that have appeared nearby in the Redwood Forest. They have been disrupting travel in the area, and many travelers have gone missing. They've been cutting down large swaths of the forest to build their keep and extend their walls, and their corruption seems to be tainting the very ground they desecrate. All attempts to provide details and information on who or where they come from have failed, as no one has returned. And ultimately, they need to be removed or in one way or another dealt with. There's also the troubling matter that the King of Westgate hasn't been seen in quite a number of months, and Lord Marcus worries he may have lost his spirit. He needs someone to investigate and hopefully get him to act on these troubles that they're having in Westgate. Lord Marcus cannot spare his men as he's too busy trying to hold the city of Westgate together on his own. There's another problem with the local coast of Westgate, which is also known as the Neck, that has been having trouble with pirates. And to make matters worse, there's been reports of a sea monster that's been wreaking havoc on passing ships.
All right,
This
gentlemen,
place is screwed.
allow me to present to you the first issue in D&D. This is called Quest Roulette. Guess the level 2 quest. One of these you cannot finish.
The Lord's man finished with saying, if you could assist his Lord with any number of these issues, he assures that his Lord said you would be well rewarded. And should you be able to provide aid or a solution to all of the issues, the reward would be substantial. So after a lengthy discussion with the group of adventurers, you've all decided that, riches sound great. So you'll head towards the city of Tazir, which is to the east. And that's the last major city towards Westgate. You've passed many traders on the way and refugees that are fleeing the city of Westgate because who wants to live there? The view of the area has mostly been sweeping grass plains on the way. It's also been it's also been known to be commonly referred to as the horse prairies, as there's a variety of wild horses roaming off in the immediate distance. As you get closer to Tazir, the plains kind of switch to more of a savanna, and there's a mountain in the distance off to the east that kind of blocks in the city. You do notice as you've been conversing with a lot of people heading east and west as you go by, as you make camp and whatnot, and you've decided that there's a makeshift inn called Ocean Breeze along the coast, somewhere in between Eversalt and Tazir. Inside, there was an innkeeper by the name of Duncan. I don't know who decided to strike up a conversation with him, but one of you did. Offered him some coin in return for any information regarding any of the potential rumors of the outlying areas of Westgate. The bard, recognizing your attire, that you noticed that you're not a refugee, unlike so many of the others here, took the coin and advised you to wait for him in a back room, and he would be by shortly with drinks and hopefully information. After a short while, he appeared at the doorway with drinks in hand. Beside him was a half-elf barmaid named Neris, also carrying drinks. They set the drinks on the table in front of you. While Neris left the room, Duncan informed you of potential information. Who wants to make a roll with Duncan on gather information?
Let's see.
Which
that
one of us is
actual
most likely
gather
to have
in-
been speaking with him?
What's that?
So which one of us most likely to have been having that conversation?
That's a good question. That's for you guys to decide.
I think Ezekiel, since he's more
Yeah.
common with the city.
Odds are it
Actually,
wouldn't have been
Ezekiel
me.
plays it. Ezekiel stays in the background and doesn't make. He usually is in a hooded.
Maybe Moonraven.
He's u-
I'll make a roll. What am I rolling?
I'm not a talker.
It's going to be your D20 plus proficiency, and let's see, what's the thing? Investigation, I believe, unless you want to do persuasion. And there was many quests at the quest hub, so whichever you want to deal with, we can go with. ask a question, and depending on your role, I'll give you an answer.
So who is it?
You're muted. I didn't see a single word you said.
I can just click that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, you can. Which question did you want answered?
Hang on a sec.
Or which one did you want more information about?
Yes.
Pretty much
there's-
as clear as that question or the.
Yeah. So there's the orcs. Okay.
Okay.
There's the sea monster.
Right.
There's
Orc monster. Okay.
yeah, the orc sea monster. The cultists.
Cultists.
And what else was there that I mentioned? Anyone paying attention?
The missing king.
Missing king.
There was pirates with a sea monster.
And there was also the
A bunch
trap.
of orcs, and then there was the travelers missing Druid cultists.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so I'll say, tell me more about the missing king. How long has he been missing?
congratulations on the level 2 quest.
The missing king. How long has he been missing?
Yeah.
They say they haven't seen him for like 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah,
How does a king go missing for 8 months?
I don't know. There's also that fat lady over there, so I don't really know if I trust her.
That fat lady?
Yeah, you see her, and he points over at a fat lady in the bar.
I'm not gonna look immediately. I'm kind of do like a casual, like,
What are you doing? Sorry?
kind of like a casual glance, you know, not like, like,
Yeah, like over there.
like subtly kind of look over. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't trust her either.
What about her? What's her deal? Huh?
Oh, I don't know. She's just running from Westgate. Doesn't look like she's been doing much running.
I'll drink to that. Quite a bit of things happening here. Wow,
Yeah,
missing
it works for me. It's good for business.
cultists. Yeah, understandably. I don't know.
Lost faction.
What?
The bard just lost faction. I kind of turned away from him.
Ah. So cultists.
Oh, you want to hear about the cultists? Make another
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. Another roll. Oh, whoa. Easy roll 20. Easy, tiger. Sorry. Where is my sheet again? Son of a beehive. Okay. Let's do persuasion. There.
So he's like, oh, yeah, the cultists. Yeah, I heard they're running around the south of Westgate. They're near the Redwood. There's a forest somewhere near there? Yeah, no one's going to go near there. There used to be an old traveling trail through there.
What kind of trouble have they been up to?
No one can get near. They just avoid it. I think all trading routes have just been rerouted to the south. That's why this area where I'm located is so great.
Ever since they popped up 8 months ago.
Yeah. Interesting. You don't think the cultists have anything to do with the sea monster, do you?
Are you rolling that?
I will. Gotta flush out the infos. One sec. I'm clicking tab to
Oh,
tab.
no.
There we go.
Pull out a book.
He looks at you and he says, "No."
Strange.
It's like, as far as I know, that sea monster's been there for, it's an old myth. It's been there longer than these cultists have been popping up.
Probably just tall tales, then, I'd imagine.
It seems like it, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's any facts behind it.
Right.
No one's
Local-
actually...
Getting jumpy over nothing.
Might be just a pirate story, as far as I know. Just keep you away
Probably.
from where they keep their treasure.
In my experience, people tend to embellish these kinds of things.
Oh, you have experience in this?
Well, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I've seen my fair share of exaggerated stories.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I wouldn't
Don't
want to
forget you're talking to a bard.
I wouldn't want to bore you with the details.
You get a, yeah. When he says the do tell, I'm going to elbow you slightly.
You elbow me?
Yeah, just.
Ow! I wouldn't want to bore you with the details. Perhaps another time. So, okay, out of character for a sec. So we were all sort of gathered by what's his name?
Daylor.
Daylor. So Daylor was like, I've selected the group of you with your special skills to do this.
More like, you are the only people that showed up.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to recap that.
Therefore, this sounds like I need to increase the reward so you actually accept the quest.
Yeah, yeah. And then we went somewhere from there. Sorry.
You went from Elversalt to here.
A result to here.
You're trying to go to Tazir because it's the next large city before you get to Westgate.
Oh, so we're just gathering details at the end. Okay.
Where's here again?
Here is Ocean Breeze.
Thank you.
It's along the Castaway Coast.
Ocean Breeze.
of
And
this-
who's this person again that's giving us these details?
Duncan.
Duncan.
Jones.
He's just the innkeeper.
Yep.
No, is he the innkeeper? I thought he was a fat shaming bard.
Yes, he's both.
He's the multi-dimensional character.
Yes,
Apparently.
it's very complex.
The innkeeping fat shaming bard.
Yep. In a shanty setup, as far as this bar is concerned.
So we still don't have any information on the pirates, right?
We got cultists, we got missing king,
Well,
and nothing about sea monster.
he did give you a bit on the pirates.
That they might be a story.
That the sea monster might be a tale made up.
Oh, right.
By old man Jerts that runs the lighthouse.
Right.
Right. That makes sense.
We
So
need to go
Daylor and
ask
Duncan,
him.
a little D&D.
Yeah, the sea monster's a cover for their pirate activities.
Oh.
Okay.
And no, you don't have any information on the orcs yet.
Right. Orcs. Sorry, I'm making notes here. Sorry, people distracted me on Skype when you were describing things, so that's why I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What
Okay.
happened?
Yeah, I'm all confused. The cultists and the trading routes, and is there a fourth quest in here somewhere? I thought the orcs.
Missing king?
Missing king. Yeah, he's been missing for 8 months. Go talk to the fat
Cultists?
Cultists causing issues.
cultist. Okay.
Orcs?
Oh, okay. There is a fourth one. Okay, I missed the
and
cultist.
Sea monster / pirates.
What was the
I
general
clearly
gist of the
forgot to
orcs
click
that-
accept on that one.
What was the other general
Go
gist
back
of the-
and get
Yeah, I gotta go back, guys. I forgot
Sorry.
to click.
Go ahead,
Can
Drake. What were
someone
you saying?
share this?
Yeah, we're already halfway to the next guy.
Hit the
Sure,
mount
of
up and
course.
go back.
Is it
What was the
shareable?
general gist of the orc issue that we got again?
It seems like it's the biggest problem they're having.
But like, what was the general details that we got of that before, like we got here?
There's been brutal raids from an unknown orc tribe.
And
And
what areas did they? We know
in Westgate.
it's in
Like
West.
they keep hammering Westgate. Similar to what Caleb and Zeke have come across in the past. They just keep doing it. And Guy, sorry to leave you out, Guy.
So the innkeeper here just sort of set up in between to host the.
Yeah. So what you're in basically is like a shanty town, kind of, because it's like makeshift and set up, and refugees are just constantly streaming from the east.
Okay.
And right now he's sitting pretty just like on piles of money because everything's being rerouted to exactly where he's at.
He wasn't like a direct liaison of our other friend. He just like happened to be in this inn that we're just talking
Can't
about.
we just kill the
Right.
innkeeper and finish the orc quest now?
Do you think that's the case? All right. Okay. You do what you're gonna do, and I'll let you know if you need to roll initiative.
No.
Holy fuck!
Wow.
He's a bard.
So Duncan, it's Duncan, right?
Yeah, it's not Sir though.
I know I said so Duncan, not Sir Duncan.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. What have you heard of these orc raids that have been happening in Westgate? I'll roll another persuasion for you
Yeah.
here.
I just pipe up and say, yes. Do tell me about the lawless orcs.
Well, everyone just keeps talking about how they come from further west of Westgate, but there's not really much as far as the details. I do hear that they're like run by one specific orc, but I don't have his name. They just say avoid the one in red.
A deadly one, I take it?
Well, they said he carries this large great axe.
Well, thanks for the information, Duncan.
Yeah, for sure. You guys pay well. You're welcome to stay here for the night, but it might get a little raucous with those pirates outside.
Pirates outside?
Yeah, and they're partying up in the corner of the bar. I'm sure you saw them when you came in.
I look over.
There's like several pirates.
10, 20, 50.
Like 10-ish.
Okay.
Enough to run an entire ship.
Do they have
Right
like
on the
any
coast.
kind of distinguishable insignias on them?
No insignias. They're just like drinking and
Randomly dressed. They're not like
no,
factionized pirates. Or
not organized at all. They look like there's perhaps one guy there that looks like he's bigger than the other ones, but that's about it.
The guy with the big hat and the eye patch and the hook on the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
With
You
the
know, the
parrot.
one that's like clearly the guy.
Parrot on his shoulder. Big black beard. Okay.
I asked, are they causing you problems?
No, they pay well, actually.
Are they causing
That main guy's actually quite friendly.
Are they causing others problems?
Doesn't look like it. I mean, they're pirates. They didn't really do anything here, though. They didn't try to take anything. They just showed up and decided to offer coin for drinks, which was weird. I thought they would have tried to hold me up for the amount of money I have here.
Well,
I mean,
suppose
I don't have
pirates
money.
need a place to rest.
Yeah, I don't know. You might want to meet them if you want. They're kind of friendly.
Meet the pirates. Ugh.
Not the.
Well, I don't know if they're the same pirates that are doing everything else, because it doesn't sound like those other ones sound like they're taking the entire coast by storm. These guys, I mean, they're pretty mundane.
I see. Well, perhaps they have some information about the sea monster and/or other pirates. Thank you for the information, yet again. Well, I'm gonna have a drink.
Oh yeah, I brought them for you right there.
Excellent. I'll grab this one here.
Duncan he's just kind of gives a little curtsy and leaves and goes back to like yeah, and then just leaves.
What a
And he
curious...
walks back to the bar. Neris is kind of dealing with a large lineup of customers,
Right.
so he needs to get back to delivering drinks. and you guys are all alone in this back
So
room.
I guess we're in this together, it seems. I whispered to Moon.
Still, yeah.
I whispered to Moon. I don't know if I trust these other guys.
Heard that.
You have been with them for a while because it took you a while to get from Elversalt to where you are.
How long has it been? Weeks? Months?
It's been about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been
so-
on the road for 3 weeks now, and they haven't tried to kill us or rob us. Or I think
It was-
that's suspicious.
It was like a week and a half in the town of Elversalt before you guys had enough supplies and everything to go in. So now you have a caravan that has stopped outside that you can continue with,
Mhm.
Okay.
or you can take your own and decide to go wherever the fuck you want. But there is a trading caravan that you've been traveling with
Okay.
that I forgot to mention.
I'm rather interested in seeing what those cultists have hidden away.
You know, I was thinking the same thing.
You guys could talk to each other.
I'm sipping on
Well,
my
I
drink.
don't know about you guys, but I think I'd rather hear about these orcs.
I'm wondering if those
Really?
pirates left their boat.
Oh, shit, Jack.
I'm like behind me. I like nod my head like, you mean these pirates?
I might hear you.
Just to make it interesting, he's like, I would rather save the kings. And then the party.
I give them I look them up and down. And I said, I don't care if they hear me.
Did they hear him?
I wonder if they're in a fairly lucrative trade. You ever thought about it much, Zojak? It seems like it'd be right up your alley.
Whatever they were up to, I'm sure it was no good. It certainly wasn't lawful.
Those cultists, though. In my experience, cultists use some scary magics that should probably be taken care of. Right, Moon?
It's putting into the proper hands.
Exactly. For all we know, they're controlling and running the whole show.
I'm with Fia. I think the orcs are the problem here.
Well,
Do
I
we-
say we have some drinks and think things over.
And we'll decide how to best split this up. Who's going after which one?
Do we have a map or anything that we could use to plot out?
Yeah,
Where everything
I can
kinda
show you on the
falls?
map where everything is kind of and where you've kind of been known to see things. So if you want to scroll out, this map is actually perfect for said things.
I just say the
Like
part. I think we need to take care of all this, but like we need to prioritize and be efficient with our time.
Okay, so if you scroll out to make the map smaller, much smaller, you should be able to see where. Try and go focus over where your tokens are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are there.
Yep.
Over here is Elversalt, where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mark it up just so I know.
Yep, it's right here.
Ping again. Why is that not sticking?
I don't know. It might be that it's really.
Oh, it's really faint. It's like your little gray eye. Okay.
Yeah.
That was Elversalt, you said?
Elversalt, yes, ElverSult. Don't say Elverslut.
SEALT?
Don't say what I just said. Oh, wait.
SULT. Because like everyone was looking at it going, is it Elverslut? No, it's Elversalt.
I'm just gonna add the A in because that's clearly the way it should have been spelled.
Sorry, I was
Sure.
trying to self.
All right, here's the ocean breeze where you guys are at. If you need to know
Where's that? I'm not seeing it.
where you guys are at, your
Oh, okay.
tokens.
We're there
That's-
now. Ocean
yeah.
breeze, which makes sense because it's
Basic.
on the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, largely.
There's a group of pirates. These are either the worst pirates in the history of time. Like they leave their ship that far away from, or to be that far away from their ship.
Right.
Or
It's
they're
right
like-
on the coast.
Okay.
Is this an ocean, really?
This is a sea.
I see.
Ocean, sea, same thing.
I see.
Okay, what else we got?
Tazir, you know, is over here.
T.
Ezziir, or for Americans, Z.
Tazer.
All right. You guys haven't asked any information about that. You don't really know what it is, but there are some of you who've actually been there or been through there, who are from here, who would know what that city is. So at any point, if you want to know more about that, there's another, just a little tiny village here.
Sorry, I was just imagining that there was a thing that said, "Would you like to know more?"
Yeah.
There was.
This is Redancer.
Oh, it's got a name.
Just call it REDD for now.
Red ant sand?
No.
Sounds dangerous.
Way over here is Westgate.
Isn't that east?
Yes.
West.
How
It's
odd.
still west of something.
How odd.
Fucking guy.
West.
Not really.
It's as west as you can go. If you go any further west, you fall off the edge of the world, don't you know?
Giant turtle with the
Okay, I
foil.
missed that one. Where was that?
The giant turtle. Yeah.
That's Westgate right there.
Okay.
Where I keep pinging.
I see.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Westgate. Okay.
Okay. How's the best to handle this? There was a traveling road that went through here. This is where everyone's been being dispatched of, as far as this traveling road is no longer being used because of the cultists. Right in here.
There we go.
So where the cultists are, not really sure. They know it's south of Westgate, but
Somewhere in the smear.
Okay. And that's you said it's level 1 quest.
You did not say.
Can I make that not?
Hey, which one of the quests did we take that said you do not meet the requirements for this quest?
Unfortunately, none of them. That's how this works.
the one that you rolled the one on was the one that you did not meet the requirements for.
Fair enough.
That's where the missing king is in Westgate. Okay?
Chris, go to the picture before you link it.
Yeah.
Make sure to take note of that. We found out that the missing king is in Westgate.
Yeah.
We're actually approaching
That's where he's missing from.
an hour, so we'll continue this discussion when we get back from a break. If you're watching on YouTube, tune in tomorrow for the next one. If you're watching on Twitch, we will be back in a few minutes for more of Legacy's Grasp. Dun, dun, dun.